The money. Hey everyone in the YouTube world, it's Craig from Flying Wheels. Welcome to my Flying Wheels YouTube channel. It is a gloomy day in New Hampshire, but this week I have sold 2 cars Carvana style. What does that mean? Carvana style meaning I sold them online and delivered them to people's doors. Here's the whole story. 2 cars, a Hummer and a Ford Focus, all in 1 week. Let's get going. So I have my truck. For all of you that guessed last week's video, this is a Chevy High Country. You were correct. I have my tow dolly right here, my trusty tow dolly. I have my tow dolly straps right there. And what's going to happen is I'm going to take a Ford Focus, put it on the tow dolly, and deliver it to the customer's door, right to them. No more driving in, walking around, going on test drives, coming into the office, negotiating back and forth and back and forth. Numbers are done over the phone. Videos are sent to the customer beforehand. Transactions over, aside from signatures. And I do that at their house. Not in their house because that's unsafe, but at their house. You also may notice that spot right there is empty. That spot right there is empty because my Hummer H2 is sold. It's gone. Another Carvana style delivery. I sent it to the customer. I actually drove it to the customer and had somebody follow me, and I drove it home. Awesome transaction. Both transactions super smooth, way better than I was expecting them to be. Here's the entire story, how I did it and why I did it. Pay no mind to the gash on my face right there. I got into a tussle with a squirrel. So last week I had an 07 Hummer H2 that I delivered. That was my first deal. I'm going to tell you all about it right now. You guys know the game. What am I driving? Put it on in the comments below. But more than that, where did these sunglasses come from? If you've been watching my videos for more than 6 months, you know where these sunglasses came from. I found them again. I forgot that I even lost them and had them. Now I think I'm going to wear them all the time because my wife hates them. Anyway, today's episode is how I'm selling cars Carvana style. Now, if you guys don't know what Carvana is because you've been living under a rock, Carvana is an overpriced online marketplace for purchasing cars. Basically, they are the Amazon Prime used car dealer, but they're way overpriced, way overpriced, and they way undervalue your cars when giving you an appraisal for a trade-in. So what happens is they'll appraise your car, then they'll come out, reappraise it after you have agreed on a price. So you agree on a price online, then they come out and reappraise it because most of you guys lie about the condition. Come on, let's be real. You lie about the condition, then us dealers come out and appraise it for your trade-in, and it's not what you said it was, so we have to reappraise it, and then you get mad at us. But anyway, Carvana has been delivering cars to their buyers, so it's easy. You buy online, you get financed online, the Carvana will take pictures and videos, and then they will ship you the car. Well, now that we're in quarantine thanks to the coronavirus, we have to do that. I have to change. The times are a-changing. So that's what even McDonald's is delivering now. McDonald's is offering delivery because they have to. They have to cater to the times. They have to cater to the consumer and give the people what they need, what they want to keep their business thriving. Grubhub, DoorDash, takeout. All these restaurants are doing takeout that have never done takeout in their lives. All the auctions are doing simulcast because you can't go in-house anymore and go into their brick and mortar auctions to buy cars. Everyone is adapting, and if you're not adapting, I've said it before, if you're not adapting, you're dying. So my Hummer H2, I did a walk around video of the car. I was very clear about every imperfection because let's be honest, if I hide anything, they're gonna see it as soon as I get there, then they're not gonna want the car. Then I wasted both their time and more importantly, my time because I delivered a car to somebody. So I was very clear on every imperfection of the vehicle so they know what they're getting into when it arrives. I'm gonna show up to the customer's house with the vehicle, all the paperwork filled out, and they are going to pay me on site. Now, if I set up financing with them, they could have done financing online. I could have got the check beforehand and then delivered the vehicle as well. So today's the day. I'm going to do my first Carvana style sale, completely virtual with a car delivery. Let's see how it goes. It's finished. My Hummer H2 project is complete. Tons of work. I put so much time, so much money, so much effort into this thing. So there it is, everybody. So I did sell this thing today, supposedly. With the coronavirus happening, everyone's on quarantine, but I am an essential business. So the way it worked for this, people need their vehicles, people need transportation, which makes me an essential business. They saw the photos, I did a video walk around of the Hummer. I was very explanatory, if that's a word, of the vehicle, all the flaws. I don't want there to be any surprises. So I'm driving 45 minutes to drop this thing off, to deliver it to somebody's home. And the way it worked was I took a $500 non-refundable down payment. And I was very clear about it. I will take a $500 non-refundable down payment towards the car, balancing cash upon pickup. Now the price has been pre-negotiated already, and I'm expecting them to look at it and lowball me or pick apart something, even though I was so detailed in my description and video. I showed every flaw I could even think of as if I was buying this thing. This is a rough area. I hope everything goes okay. Wish me luck. If you don't hear from me, call 911. So I take back everything I said about Hummer people, because that man was an absolute delight. I showed up, he had money ready to pay, signed the documentation, very easy to work with, super smooth transaction, exactly how you would want an ideal situation to work out. The only thing that was a little scary coming to his house, but I had a driver behind me. That Hummer went surprisingly smooth. I can't believe how easy that transaction was. If only every transaction was that simple, that's all I would ever do. Now I have to do the Ford Focus. That's today. Let's see how that one works out. Today is a 2007 Ford Focus ST. Video to follow. So the video coming out this Thursday is for this Ford Focus that I sold today, because it was one of those quick flips, one of those cheap cars. And the benefit of selling on delivery, no inspection sticker, no template. I just deliver the car to them and they can register it on their own. They can get it inspected on their own. Now, I have already done inspections on all these cars, so any repairs have been done. This thing, new brakes, new plugs, new coils, new valve cover gasket, new battery, all kinds of stuff on a $2,500 car. And I'm delivering it to their door, so it's a pretty neat service. Now, it's hard to replace inventory because, again, no one's buying. When no one's buying, no one's doing trade-ins. When no one's doing trade-ins, there's nothing for me to buy. So inventory is scarce. So it's hard to source inventory. So even though nobody's buying, I'm really not that impulsed to sell cars cheaply. I'm not impulsed to discount my cars because it's going to be hard to replace them. 07 Ford Focus front-wheel drive car. Just put it on a tow dolly, couple straps, and I haul it up to the customer's house, delivered to their door. What an amazing service for them and for me, right? Now I'm making a sale that otherwise wouldn't have been a sale for me, so I can pay my bills. Life is good, business is good. Customer gets a car delivered to their door, so they are extremely happy. Here's how it works. I just roll it right up onto the ramps, lock it in place, use the straps, get some chains, tie it down, drag the two wheels in the back on the ground. Voila, it's all done. It's a one-man job. Problem is, it's been pouring off and on all day today, so I was getting soaking wet. Notice there, soaking wet loading the Focus up. Couple problems, couple liabilities in this situation. I am delivering a vehicle on my own. Why is it so freaking bumpy? I'm delivering a car on my own. So somebody knows where I am. I told my wife where I'm going. My address is plugged into my phone. Who knows? I can get raped or murdered where I'm going. I have no clue. I can get beat up and robbed. I don't know. So it's a little dangerous. That's why on the Hummer, I delivered with somebody with me. So somebody followed me out. In this case, I have my trusty tow dolly. So it saves me gas on one vehicle, saves me labor and paying somebody to follow me out. I just put the front wheel drive car on my tow dolly and I can deliver it right to them. Give me a good excuse to just drive around the state of New Hampshire in my truck that I love so much. My wife is stuck at home on her full-time job still, and also trying to learn how to be a stay-at-home teacher for 3 kids. So here we go at customer's house. Paperwork already completed on a main road, so a little scary loading and unloading this car, but already did the transaction. Customer was amazing. She was a super nice lady. Cash in hand, at arrival, signed all the paperwork, no questions asked. Transaction's almost complete, just have to give her her card. Here's the car. You can see what we did was rear brake pads, rotors, e-brake caliper, rear control, spring, rear control arm, valve cover gaskets, spark plugs, ignition coils. So we spent $1,800 plus on it. Whoa! Gas is $1.61. That's insane. Holy moly. All right, so look at this. Tons of cash when I wouldn't have otherwise had it in my pocket today because I offered delivery. If you had ever asked me in the past, would I deliver a car to a customer, which I have been asked by customers, do you deliver? I would laugh. I would laugh out loud because, hell no, I'm not going to deliver a car to somebody. You can come to me. If you want your car that badly, you can come to me. And hey, look at me now. I'm delivering cars to people. This is the way business is going to be done in the future. I think things have changed. I think this is going to spark a new era, a new way of selling cars. To be honest with you, it's kind of nice. I don't have people bother me. Didn't have to shake anybody's hand. Had nobody in my office. In and out in 10 minutes. The only thing is, you gotta really be careful. Whose house are you going to? Where are you going? How far are you willing to go? Shipping a car is different than transporting a car. If I want to ship a car to somebody, I'm paid in full. I have all the paperwork signed and documented, and then I transport a car across the country. We do that regularly. Delivering cars, on the other hand, isn't something I do as a norm. And people aren't going to pay me in full for a $2,500 car with sight unseen to have a shipper drop it off. They want it now. They want it today. They want it tomorrow. So that's how it's done now. Holy moly. So that's how it's done now. So I take a giant down payment. I deliver the car. I let the customers know it's non-refundable. I take a credit card. I send a text message saying you agree to these terms. So if they ever charge back that card, I have it. I get a copy of the driver's license. Everything. Bada bing, bada boom. Done. So that's it. Transaction complete. Extremely smooth 2 times in a row. You have to figure if someone's willing to give you a $500 non-refundable down payment before even seeing the car, transaction is probably going to go pretty smooth when you get there, as long as you're honest and upfront about everything. You really don't want to get there and then have them find something that you didn't disclose, because they're going to see it. They're going to find out. They're still going to want to drive it potentially. So I'm as upfront and probably overcritical as possible. That way people know what they're getting when they get the car, instead of being surprised and then I have to overcome objections for 15 minutes and then still try to resell the car. 2 times in a row, haven't had to resell the car. Customer had cash in their hand. We signed paperwork on their front deck or in the new purchased vehicle. No handshake, end of transaction. Everything was smooth as can be. Yeah, you could probably send a salesman out to do this for you, but I want to make sure everything's done right, paperwork and all the dots and T's and everything are crossed, and so I don't want to have to come back. So I try to do it myself, unless you have somebody that you trust to do it for you. Really, really trust. A lot of variables, a lot of liabilities. Consider anything could happen during transport. You get into a car accident, the car could fall off the trailer, the car could be damaged during transport. I have everything paid for and signed before I even unload the vehicle. So if I haven't said it 1,000 times, I've said it 1,001 times. If you want to have a successful business, you have to adapt. You have to learn how to adapt and grow. Because if you're going to stay the same, if you're going to be stagnant, you're going to die. This COVID-19 coronavirus that's happening, keeping everybody indoors, is shutting down businesses, is closing doors on businesses, putting people out of business. You have to figure ways to be creative, to adapt, to accommodate to the consumer. It's not about you, it's about the consumer. If you've ever watched Joe Dirt, thank you very much. So that's it for now. Next 2 videos, how I got this Ford Focus ready for sale, what I paid for it, what it's worth, what I sold it for, and after that, my Hummer video and why I will never buy a Hummer ever again. Everybody, thanks for always watching my content. I appreciate it. If any of these videos are worth sharing, please do me a favor, share it on your Facebook page or social media. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. And the biggest one is hit the little bell down below. You get notifications every time I make a new video. Everybody, thanks for watching my stuff. It's been a pleasure. I'll see you later. Adios.